Good news, everybody, I didn't die. For starters, let me just say that making this movie was a big gamble because we have seen lately that people don't tend to prefer prequels. I'm not sure what it is, but people don't tend to like seeing the origin of something. To me, it doesn't make sense because if something is good and the lore is interesting and the world is immersive, I wouldn't mind seeing more of the backstory and finding out more about this world. And that's why I think this movie is so brilliant, because we do get to see what happened when this world first got taken over by these creatures. But that's just me, because nevertheless, when you look at movies like Furiosa, that movie bombed, and I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that it is a prequel. I actually heard somebody one time in the theater behind me say, it doesn't matter because that movie's a prequel. I think that's kind of a shitty attitude. I don't really get it. Either way, this movie is well worth checking out, and I think it's a gamble that is going to hopefully pay off. Now, the first two movies in this series was directed by John Krasinski, the guy from The Office who played Jim, and also Emily Blunt's husband. This movie is not directed by him. This movie is instead directed by Michael Saranowski, a relatively unknown director. I haven't seen too many things from him, but I'm happy to say that he really does John Krasinski proud. He did a great job directing this movie. Now, just to get straight to the point, I thought this movie was excellent. If you want to skip the rest of the video, you can, because that is the main point of this video. This movie is excellent. But I want to dive into why I think it's excellent. This movie stars Lupita Nyong'o, which I am sorry if I messed that up, and Joseph Quinn. Right off the bat, I want to say that Lupita does a phenomenal job in this movie. She is so easy to watch. She plays a woman that has a lot of inner turmoil going on.
You can't have a cat in here. It's a service cat.
I won't go into spoilers about her character because there is some stuff going on with her character that I did not know from watching the trailers, which is a good thing. But she has a lot going on, and there's a reason her character is so interesting and just so complex. And I think Lupita did this role perfectly. Joseph Quinn recently gained a lot of popularity after Stranger Things Season 4. He might have had some roles before that, but that is what really set him up. People really enjoyed seeing him play Eddie in that 4th season. And since then, his career has been taken off. Now he has been cast in the new Fantastic Four movie. He is playing the Human Torch, and he is in this movie. And I have to imagine that popularity from Stranger Things led to him getting cast in this movie. And he does a great job in this movie as well. He's a very interesting character in this movie, and at first I thought there was something really wrong with him because he is very odd at first. He comes off very kind of strange, almost creepy, and just a little bit off. But then you find out throughout the movie that he has issues as well. He has anxiety, severe anxiety, I would say. And imagine living through an alien invasion while suffering from panic attacks and anxiety attacks. That is not a good combination. I don't know if you guys heard my throat starting to get messed up, but damn, that was intense. Either way, I found him to be a very good character. I really sympathized with him, and I thought Joseph Quinn did a phenomenal job as well in this movie. Him and Lupita do very well together. They have great chemistry, and they just really sell this movie, although they are not the only stars of this movie, if you ask me. Now, one concern I had with this movie was that it was going to be way too action heavy, because as I was seeing the trailers, I thought, wow, this looks a lot bigger in scope than the previous movies. The other movies were very quiet, very obviously quiet, but they were slower and just a little bit more brought down to earth. This one, in the commercials, you see tons of explosions, you see meteorites coming down, you see hundreds, if not thousands of these aliens. And so I thought, oh God, they're going to turn this into another action alien movie. I'm happy to say that that is not really the case. Yes, this movie has more action, but that is not with the heart of this movie. This movie does not get lost in the special effects and the action. It was very fascinating seeing the origin of this attack and just seeing how the world reacted when it first went down. You know, this is something that is insane. You know, we are not prepared to have an alien invasion. So when something like this suddenly happens, I am curious, how are we going to react as a species? Are we going to be wiped out immediately? Or are we going to rise to the occasion and finally unite as a species so that we can defeat a common enemy? So far, it seems like humans don't do very well teaming up together. We just generally want to be hostile towards each other and treat each other like crap. But yes, this movie kind of makes it seem interesting just seeing, yeah, maybe we can actually survive something like this. The way this movie built up to the main event, it really felt real and authentic. And I found myself believing like, yeah, I am seeing firsthand something that is actually possible. It just felt very real, very tangible. And I think that is a sign of this movie's high quality and also a sign of the director just doing the best job he can to deliver a story in a way that is effective and meaningful to the audience. The cat in this movie is awesome. I'm not really a cat guy. I'm more of a dog person. I have a dog. I've had a cat before, but I didn't really enjoy it that much. But while I was watching this movie, I was very concerned that the cat was going to be the one that got these guys caught. I was like, oh my God, this cat is gonna meow or do something stupid at the wrong time. But then I realized, wow, actually cats are way more sly and sleek and better at being sneaky and unseen. I mean, that's just kind of their deal. They are hunters and they are better at hunting, I would say, than dogs. Dogs travel in packs and they are loud and they are noisy. My dog would get me killed the first hour of this invasion. Bottom line, I really enjoyed this movie. I thought this movie was a phenomenal time. I am seriously considering seeing it again. It was just so much fun. It was thrilling. The way it was built up was awesome. Lupita and Joseph Quinn both really did a great job. This cat really kept me intrigued and really pulled you in. I'm not kidding. The cat is one of the main characters, possibly the MVP of this movie, because that cat shows up and comes in clutch during certain key moments that really makes it prove its worth. So with all that being said, for me, this movie is a 10. I really think this movie is a phenomenal masterpiece. If you liked the first two movies, you are going to love this one a lot. It has the same quality. John Krasinski was not missed at all, although I do highly respect him and what he did and the world that he created and gave us. You know, and Emily Blunt, she did a fantastic job in that movie. Maybe we'll get a sequel that follows up with these people. You know, I don't think they're going to do another prequel, but either way, I think this movie is well worth your time. Did you guys see this movie yet? Do you plan on watching it? If you saw it, please put your thoughts on this movie in the comments. Did you like this video? If you did, please hit the like button to let me know that you like it. And if you want to hear more of my thoughts, please subscribe to this channel. Later.